Perfect.
Yes.
Hopefully we have a few people coming in. Hope they all remembered. We already have 2 people. We have already
Hi.
5. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hi, guys. I'm Lisa. I'm the new marketing director for Boom Learning, and I'm reporting from Maui, Hawaii.
Yeah, and as you know, I'm Jorge Riera. I'm your publisher champion, and I'm reporting from Puerto Rico. So we have from all around the world. So let us know where you guys are reporting from, so we could see and check. Feel free to comment down below in the chat.
I'm sure we have some people who aren't coming from islands, like the 2 of us.
Yeah. So nice. We have lodging in Texas. We have Mary from Florida, Ellie from Southwest Florida, Shannon from the Northwest. So that's great. We have a few spots over there in the US.
Well, I'm sorry I had to postpone this office hours, but you might have seen in the news that Hawaii was getting catastrophic storms earlier this week and I lost power. So since I'm the one who's going to be presenting this week, we had to postpone it, but thanks for joining us. Again, I'm Lisa. I'm the new marketing director for Boom Learning, and I wanted to take this opportunity to introduce myself and also take the pulse on how Boom Learning is doing at supporting sellers. So today I'm going to talk about branding, but I'm also looking for feedback about what we can do better to support you as you build your own personal brands. So as you think about branding, I want you to try to position the curriculum that you design within the world of all the other educational materials that there are out there. So I want you to think about what makes your content unique. Is there a special character that you've developed? Is there a design aesthetic? Maybe you have a unique pedagogical approach. Whatever it is, you have something special to share with the world and with students, and you need to figure out what that is. So again, welcome everybody. And we have a lot of topics to cover today. Mostly we're talking about how to make your marketing stronger. At the same time, we want to offer you support as you build your presence online. So whether you're a first-time publisher or you're an established entrepreneur, we hope that you can gain something from this presentation today. And first up, we want to talk about the Boom logo and how you can co-brand your materials with your own personal logo and the new Boom logo. So you can see that these are examples taken from Instagram that have done it well. We've got the Hosted at Boom logo here and the B-Star logo. And then we've also got the individuals, publishers logos there as well. You can clearly see both logos and you can identify that the deck is a Boom product. Now we have some rules about using our new logo. And so mainly we don't want any clutter around the logo. So you can see in this example that there is text overlaid over the logo and we don't want to see that. It doesn't look great when you have the logo over a really busy background. And then we ask that you don't change the colors of our logo when you use it, or cut anything off or stretch the logo in any way. So we're sharing some resources with you today so that you can use them as you publish materials. So first we have the B-Star logo, and we're going to provide the links in the chat so that you can access this logo, and then also the Hosted at Boom Learning logo. And the Hosted at logo is special because it always should be associated with a link to the Boom marketplace, not to any other marketplace. And these are the official colors that you can use when you're trying to match the Boom materials. There are more colors than this that you might see us using, but to keep things simple, we identified these ones for you so you can grab them in your own materials. And now Jorge is going to take over with some practical suggestions that you can think about as you're doing your own marketing.
Perfect. Can you see me correct? I hope you can.
I see you. I
Okay,
see you.
perfect. Perfect. So let's talk about pricing and discussing pricing in the actual groups. So you can't fix prices in the Facebook groups, but you can share ideas for promoting and supporting each other. So the reason why you can't discuss the prices of the decks is because basically it turns out being an antitrust violation. So you could discuss about your ideas and support each other, but not the actual prices and how much I should price my deck, how expensive should it be, should it go lower, that sort of stuff. You can't do. You're the only one that's supposed to set the prices, and that means the free open market is the one that's going to decide. Supply and demand basically is the one that's gonna put a value on your decks and your resources. So your service fees are based on your Boom Cards store price. So that's just basically Boom Learning has a 15% service fee. So out of however you price your deck, we're going to be receiving the service fee, the 15%. So you could go ahead and do the next slide. And I'll be sharing soon in the chat pricing information so you could read on more. And now that you're putting so much effort in your content, and now that you're branding and you know all the colors and you know all the logos, so I wanted to remind everybody that you can repurpose your content. We discussed this in the previous office hours, but I think it's never a bad idea to go over it again. So of course you should maximize your output. So whenever you're creating content, and I know a lot of you have blogs, a lot of you have Instagram stores and personal stores outside of Boom Learning. So whenever you're creating content, remember, since you made a deck, that can turn out into multiple other pieces of content throughout the internet. So if you do one video, out of the one video, you could do a tutorial, a TikTok video. You could do that same video and put it on Instagram and make it a reel, or put it as part of your story. And you could also do that in YouTube and other platforms. And you could also do a written companion piece to the content you just made. So that could be a Facebook post saying, oh, I just did this. I just created my winter themed bundle. Feel free to check it out, or tell me any ideas, and so on and so forth. So you could have a lot of ideas on what to do for content. Yeah. That's it for me.
Okay, so when it comes to referrals, we're kind of rethinking our incentive program around referrals right now, but for now you have the chance to appear on our list of top referring authors, and it shows up in the store like this. And we also are going to give you instructions in the Zoom chat for how to get a referral link and install an animated gadget like this on your website. So this will help you gain referrals so that hopefully you can join the list of top authors. And we also want to talk a little bit about some of the ways that we can connect on social media. So we want to alert you to the social tab within Boom. Once you follow publishers that you admire, you'll be updated about their new releases, and following and supporting each other is an important part of our publishing community. So you can even reach out to other publishers on social media or via email and give them compliments or cross-promote each other. So for instance, you may want to find publishers who address the same audience that you do in a different subject area. And then you can cross-promote each other's decks through your individual personal email lists. Now, we're not suggesting you share personally identifiable information like emails with each other, but instead what you can think about is keep your customers top of mind. What would bring value to them? Use that as your guiding principle. So you can share tips and tricks and even kudos for other publishers that are doing things that you think that your fans would admire. Now, we get asked this a lot, what are we more likely to repost on social media? So if you want to be reposted by Boom Learning accounts, we're looking for some specific features. You'll want to have updated branding. So those logos that we showed you earlier, link to the Boom Marketplace in your post. And we'd also love to see images of the decks in action. We can't show student faces without releases. So if you have a picture of a student and you're showing their back and they're not identifiable, we can just repost that as is. Otherwise, if you do have a release form for that student, you can send it to us at boomlove@boomlearning.com. Send us the release, and then we'll know that we can repost that image in social. So, are you going to any industry conferences? There are a bunch coming up, and anytime you go to an industry event, you can shoot us an email, that same email, boomlove@boomlearning.com, and you can become a Boom ambassador and bring swag. Now, that's an easy way to make friends, and it's really great for conferences because you can feel less awkward if you're an introvert by handing out stickers. So we've tried to cover a lot in this presentation, but we still want to get to the Q&A, and there's a lot more to share. That's why we're hosting some seller-themed webinars all throughout the month of January. We'll have more specific information on the dates coming up soon. Right now, we can confirm that we have speech language pathologist David Sindri, who's also a top seller, who's going to be doing a webinar on how to engage students on February 9th. We're also looking to do a presentation on intro to selling and marketing for YouTube and marketing for Instagram. As always, you'll be able to catch the webinars later on YouTube if you miss them in person. And so you can find our webinar playlist on YouTube and catch up on anything you missed. So Jorge, I want to kind of turn it over to you because we have this poll about language going on. We are trying to formalize our brand voice and guidelines. And so we wanted to know what you guys all like to be called. What do you consider your job title? Oop, and no responses so far.
No, yeah, it just went up. So people.
Oh, it just went up. Okay. So yeah, if you tell us what you like best as your job title, that would be really important for us to know. And then we also kind of want to know what you call your customers. Again, we're looking to kind of formalize this language, and we want to make sure to loop you guys in. So we're making this decision together as a group. And we can also post these polls on Facebook so we get a few more answers.
Perfect. So we've been seeing a lot of few votes already.
They're coming in.
Yeah, they're coming in. So we have publisher, content creator, and teacher author. And then for our customers, which are the buyers, the end users of the Boom cards, they're called buyers or users. So
we've been mostly calling people educators if we're just talking about them and their use of Boom Learning. But really, sometimes we're talking about them in the context of them buying from you. And so when we're talking about them in that context, yeah, it makes sense to call them buyers because they're your buyers. They're the ones buying your product. So it seems like that's the feedback we're getting so far. And if you guys have any questions, please submit them to the Q&A. Since I'm new to Boom, I'm probably not going to be able to give you an answer on everything you ask, but I'll try to connect you with the right person. And we have Jorge here, who's awesome at answering questions. So between the two of us, we should probably be able to get your problem solved. Perfect. Oh, and in the meantime, I wanted to give you a little sneak peek that we have a really important email coming out this Sunday that has a big announcement. So please mark your calendars and make sure you check our email that we send out on Sunday because it's going to be pretty big. You won't want to miss it.
Perfect. Yeah, we have, this is going to be a very fun Sunday to read the email. And we have a question already, which is from Mary. Please explain referrals. Okay, so like I said, we're rethinking the referral system, but right now referrals are just when you're sending traffic to the Boom site. And then we just list the top referrers who show up in the Boom store.
So I'll actually have more information for you on referrals in the coming months, but I just wanted to share that gadget because it's kind of an easy thing to include on your website, and then you'll get credit for the traffic that you send through to the Boom site.
Correct.
And Jorge, can you put that link, the links I sent you, in the chat?
Yes, the links for the logos to read more about pricing and how to get the gadget have all been already already
perfect.
been
You're
posted in the chat.
champion.
Thank you. So we have a shy crowd. Feel free to go ahead and comment, chat us up in the chat, and post your questions. Feel free to do so. We're here to answer. That's literally
what
the
office
reason.
hours is all about.
Yeah.
And then I did want to add also that we're going to try to do a better job in the future of commenting, especially on Instagram, commenting on other people's posts so that you get that extra boost from the algorithm, and more people see your content. So that's something, anytime you tag Boom Learning, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram, we're going to try to respond to you so you get a little bit of extra juice and more people see your posts.
Yeah, so the chat is just saying that they can't see the links, and of course I posted them in the wrong section of the chat. So now I'm going ahead and sharing them with them. Now you should be able to see the links. And we have some a comment from Israel, which is, it seems that to me that the top referral users are almost always static. And there's a lot of value in other areas of the featured page. So I'll explain how the featured page goes and works, and that goes perfectly into something else I wanted to show. That yeah, so the featured page, there's a few areas of the page that are static. Let me go open it up right now, and so you could see. So stuff like the top premium decks and the top free decks and the top referring authors, those are all by the system. So basically
it's by volume. So really, yeah, I mean, if somebody has a really successful amount of email traffic that's coming in, that can be kind of hard to beat, and it's just the pure numbers. But go on, sorry, take it away, Jorge.
No, perfect. That's a better explanation that I was going to give. So yeah, so that's basically by the system and by volume. So everything else on the featured page is chosen by our crew. And for that, I want to share this link. And if you want to be featured and you want to be in the featured page, you could feel free to fill out that form, and we'll go over it and look at your store and whatnot. You could go to our YouTube channel and look over our previous office hours that I believe I mentioned how to get featured and how you get your store on the featured page, which basically, if you followed everything Carrie just said today with the branding and the logos, that should take you at least 75% there. And of course, the content should give you the other way. So we have another question right now from Mary. Are you planning to give us a way to communicate with our followers? And I don't work in dev, and dev has their specific timeline and what they're working on. But I do know we've had that conversation before, and they've had that conversation before, and that's something they're aware of, and that's a very requested feature. So
we'll take that question back to them again and remind them that that's something that you guys want.
Perfect. Yeah. So let's see, we should have, feel free, more questions, keep them coming, comments. So yeah, everybody should be, all those educators that are in the classroom should be about this week is the week they go on break, or next week. I assume it's next week, the 20 something. So happy holidays.
Yeah, and just out of curiosity, are any of you guys in districts that have had school closures lately?
Let's see. Okay.
Are you guys educators and publishers, or do you mostly focus on publishing? Are you still in the classroom at all?
Okay, so I have Israel here. He works they work at an online school, so they don't really have closures, and that's
Already online. So
yeah,
no changes there.
yeah, and that's something. Yeah, I don't want to spoil. Yeah, but that's been a lot of schools lately have been having to adapt to the changes of the times, of course. And now uh, we have another comment that they're in the classroom full time. So yeah, they're in the classroom.
Okay, great. Well, yeah, it's been such a pleasure meeting you guys. I wish I could see your faces today, but with this small group. But it's really useful, I think, for us to connect and for you to know that you can shoot over questions, comments, photo releases, anything like that. Use the email address boomlove@boomlearning.com and it'll come to the marketing team. And yeah, definitely let us know if there are ways that we can be more helpful. I understand that putting like some kind of communication feature in the product is a big ask. Let us know other things like that that are top of mind that would really help you with doing your own marketing and building your own brand, because we want to be here to support you as you transition into becoming entrepreneurs or as you continue your entrepreneurship journey.
Okay, so we have some other questions coming in, and I apologize if there's some feedback coming in from the mic. My headphones, of course, just died while we're live.
Never a dull moment when you're live.
Of course. So I have some more comments from Ellie that says, I'm retired and I'm a publisher. My husband is fifth grade teachers and no closures in Southwest Florida, which is
That's great.
We have Shannon also saying they're an SOP and a publisher mostly during the summer.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Shannon, I just have to give another shout out to David's upcoming webinar. Definitely recommend it since he's an SLP himself. He might definitely be presenting some stuff that's relevant to you.
So we have another one, which is from Shana. Sorry if I'm butchering the names. I work full-time in the schools as a speech language pathologist in Illinois and create boom cards. We have not had school closures this year.
Okay, good.
I think Shana's gonna want to read this Sunday's email and send it, forward it to some co-workers. And Israel again isn't known when the changes to the tags will be live in the store. I'm really loving the new categories.
No, I'm not sure about that, but I can check in on it and post in the Facebook group later today. Okay, well, great. If there are not too many more questions, then I think we can wrap things up. And it's been such a pleasure talking to you guys today and getting to know you. Again, I'm Carlisa, the new marketing director, and this probably isn't the last you'll be hearing from me. I'll be checking in with you periodically to see how we can better support your marketing efforts. So stay tuned.
Perfect. It's been a pleasure, everybody. Have a great evening. Have a wonderful afternoon, evening, whatever you're having, and be safe out there. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.